The third one is the Federation of Free Workers. The Federation of Free Workers is a prominent labor organization in the Philippines, founded on June 19, 1950 by Juan Citan and other committed labor leaders. Inspired by Christian social teachings, FFW aims to promote workers' rights and welfare through collective bargaining, education, and advocacy for fair working conditions. With about 200,000 members from various sectors like food, agriculture, textiles, chemicals, metals, and services, FFW addresses diverse worker needs. It also includes specific groups like the FFW Women's Network and supports informal workers, youth, and women. FFW partners with international organizations like the International Trade Union Confederation and collaborates with the International Labour Organization to combat issues such as child labor and promote peace initiatives. Key leaders of FFW include attorney Sonny Matula, who serves as the national president, and Oliver Mundigo, the national vice president. Under their leadership, the FFW has made significant contributions to labor movement in Philippines, focusing on issues such as wage increases, social protection for workers, and implementation of international labor standards. The FFW is affiliated with several international organizations, including the International Trade Union Confederation, which helps to bolster its advocacy efforts and enhance its influence on global labor policies. This extensive network of partnership and its active role in policy discussions highlight the FFW's commitment to improving the condition and rights of workers in the Philippines. The Federation of Free Workers has made significant strides in improving labor conditions in the Philippines. One notable achievement is their successful advocacy for wages increases. This increase, though modest, was seen as a step forward in the ongoing fight for fair wages. FFW has also been active in legislative advocacy. They successfully campaigned against the government's right-sizing plan for Duty-Free Philippines Corp, which aimed to reduce the worker without proper union consultation. This effort helped protect many workers from potential layoffs. These achievements highlight FFW's commitment to securing better wages and protecting job security from workers across the Philippines. The Federation of Free Workers has faced several challenges in its efforts to advocate for labor rights in the Philippines. One significant obstacle in the discrimination and harassment of workers who attempt to organize unions. Workers are often labeled as communists or terrorists, which creates a climate of fear and suppress their right to organize and seek better working conditions. This red tagging poses a serious threat to their safety, leading to termination, harassment, and even abduction in some cases. Additionally, economic barriers such as the prevalence of contractual work hinder the ability of workers to gain job security and benefits. Many workers, especially women, are employed on contractual basis and do not receive the same rights and benefits as irregular employees. This situation is particularly problematic in the informal sector, where unionization is significantly hampered. Political challenges also arise, such as opposition to legislative measures that would benefit workers. For example, FFW has strongly objected to certain provisions in proposed law, like the Magna Carta for Filipino seafarers, which they believe would unfairly delay monetary awards to workers. Overall, these legal, political, and economic barriers complicate the fight for fair labor practices and collective bargaining, making the work of organizations like FFW both critical and challenging. In addition to its internal efforts, FFW collaborates with other advocacy groups and trade unions, both locally and internationally, to strengthen its impact and broaden its reach in advocating for workers' rights and welfare. That's all. Thank you.